Hello ASMR friends, Jonathan Briefcase and Logos here. It's Saturday and we're going to do some eating and little ASMR sounds. I'm using my regular voice. A couple of people have requested in the comments that I do an episode using my regular voice, so with every word I want to slip back into a whisper because it feels so natural now, but we'll do one episode and we'll see how it goes. So I'm not going to be shouting, I don't think, but I will be using the voice that I use, my indoor voice at the office, and we'll see where that goes. Also, in addition to some food, I'm going to show some very old photos from my past, from my childhood and my teens, and maybe even into my 20s, I think. Some photos that I've never shown before, some also of some of my family members. So we'll get to that too. Logos is back on the chicken. So, oh, first I've got to wet my whistle. If I'm going to do all this screaming, gotta have some limeade. Yummy. Okay. So, Locus is making more of a mess than I usually do. But she's the star, so it's okay. Also, right on the tails of my last eating video, a few new subscribers specifically asked for shoutouts on my next eating video. So I'm just going to shout three people out. Kaylin Salamanca. Hey there. Welcome. Pinner. Is that how it's pronounced? Welcome. And also Bronze Empress. That's a very intriguing name. Welcome, Bronze Empress. Okay, this is it for you, Logos. That's it. And so what I'm having today, the holidays have recently passed in November, but I still had a hankering for some turkey, specifically a turkey burger. So this is kind of interesting. What I made is a grilled turkey burger on a toasted bun on a bed of arugula, as per usual. But instead of any type of condiment, what I made was a pear, fennel bulb, and pear, fennel bulb, and bacon compote. So I'm going to show that to you right now, and hopefully you can get a good look at it. This is the toasted bun. Okay, so this compote here is basically cooked down Bartlett pears and a little bit of chopped bacon and fennel bulb, which gives it a sort of licorice or anise flavor. And we'll top that. And this is just a slice of anise before, or anise, a slice of a slice of fennel bulb before it gets cooked down. It's very crunchy in this state. It functions much the same way as onion, but it's sweeter, and as I said, tastes a little bit like licorice or anise. It's good. And cooked down, it's really good. Oh, and some pickles. Nice briny kosher dills. So, I'm watching Logos groom herself. As I said, it's Saturday. It's, I don't know, 2 or 3 in the afternoon. And I already did a little bit of shopping, and I got some more chores to take care of later. But in the meantime, we're here, so we'll proceed onward. So let me show you some pictures. I just thought these are interesting, and some are worthy of a comment on my part, and some maybe not necessarily so, but here we go. My two grandmothers, as I've mentioned in the past, I'm half Filipino and half Polish, Austrian, and also a little bit of Russian somehow. But here's a picture of my two different grandmothers. My Filipino grandmother, they're both deceased. My Filipino grandmother, in this picture, looks very Japanese in terms of the tea setting in front of her, but she's very much Filipino. And my other grandmother is, as I mentioned, Polish and Austrian with a little Russian in there. So that's my mother's mother right there. Hopefully you can see that. And that's my father's mother. Thirsty. I don't have a picture of my father's father on hand, and even though he's the Polish side of the family, I'm told that I do resemble him quite a bit. This is my grandfather on my mother's side. He died when my mother was, I think, just 1 or 2. And he's the fellow there, right there. And they ran a business back in the Philippines where these were essentially like cabs back in the mid-20th century in the Philippines. I believe the term for it is kalesa in Tagalog. It's a real old-timey looking picture. I kind of like it. My grandfather, here being Filipino, I also heard he was part Chinese and part Moor, Spanish Moor. So who'd have thunk it? Let's see. This is a picture of my mother. My mother graduated with a bachelor's and then a master's degree from Columbia University in New York City. And this is a picture of her graduating before I was born. That's my mother. Ostensibly on the day of her graduation. This is a picture of me when I was, I think, 4. We were not very well off. I mean, we had the basics. We had a couch to sit on and whatnot, but because of my father being my father, very often I'd come home and see a truck in the driveway, and people would be repossessing our television or our sofa or whatever. But that's me before the weight of the world crushed my spirit. I think I'm wearing pajamas there. Okay, I don't know how old I was here, maybe 7. Yeah, I know. I had Filipino cousins growing up who lived in Cleveland, and I had 5 cousins in one family, all female, and the one closest in age to me, I was, so far as one can be at a young age, I was sort of in love with her, and I think she cared for me too. But we were cousins, and but we did everything together, as you can see from this picture. I think it's kind of cute. We're both looking very embarrassed because we're sitting together in the picture. So that's me, obviously, and my mother is there with her hand on my shoulder. And then right next to me is my cousin. And I've got another picture you'll see a few years later, where she got even grew into a more lovely young woman, and I turned into a troll somehow. Here's a picture of my father. This is my father actually at his probably thinnest. He was a large man. This is a picture right after a piano recital in Detroit, and about a week after, I think I was 12 here, about a week after this picture was taken, I had my sort of first breakdown. Just too much stress from performing and recitals and having to memorize vast tracts of musical compositions. But on this day, as I said, a week or two before, it all broke down, I had just finished a recital, and there's a really weird look on my face. It doesn't look like I'm pleased or relieved. It looks like I don't know. I don't know. That's my father and me. And those wacky fashions back in the day. Back in the day, well, I don't know. Here's another picture of my first cousin, who I was very smitten with, and me playing cards. I think I was maybe 13 here and she was 12, or I was 14 and she was 13. I'm not sure. But as you can see, she's Filipino, and she was growing into to be a beautiful young woman. And there I started my long journey to to becoming a homunculus. So, but yeah, and I don't. I believe she still lives in Ohio, but I haven't seen her in a long time. This is my first car. This was a great car. This was a 1968 Pontiac Catalina. I think it had a 400 horsepower engine in it, and I put some really cool wheels and tires on it. And I'd go joyriding in high school. I think I was 16 when I got this, and take my friends out to the drive-in, and it had a massive trunk, and we'd fit as many of my friends in the trunk as possible, and then I'd drive into the drive-in by myself and pay the fare for one person, and then and maybe some of you are so young you don't even know what you have to know what a drive-in is, right? It was an outdoor movie, and you drive in and pull up and hang out. But this is my first car, and someday I would like to find a car similar and maybe rebuild it. But this was a fast car, and I did not appreciate its horsepower back then. This is a picture from college. This was, I was at a party at someone's house, at this fella Dave's house, and where there's a keg there, but it looks like I'm drinking wine. But this is when I just started growing out my hair, and as a matter of fact, this was probably right before that beatdown story that I've told a number of times. This was probably, I don't know, a couple months before then, I think. That I think you know which person there is me. And yeah. All right. Let's see. Oh. This is a band one of the first bands I was in. It was actually sort of a new wave hair metal band more new wave, because you'll see by the outfits that we're wearing. But I actually had bangs back then, and I miss them. So this is the band. Oh, that's me. Gosh, I must have been, I think I was 19 there. And as you can see, there's my bandmates. And we were pretty popular in the Midwest. We did a lot of touring around, as much as I could, you know, being in college. So there's me, Jonathan. And lastly, this was, oh, maybe 10 or 12 years ago. My hair was much longer and much blacker, apparently. Oh. I have no idea who's taking the picture. I just don't remember. Well, that was today's trip down memory lane, and the many facets of Jonathan. Okay, I think it's time for a little food. It feels so weird just using my talking voice. Okay, so I want to give you a look at this again. Once again, this is a turkey burger with bacon, pear, and fennel bulb compote. I just cooked that down, added a little brown sugar and a little champagne vinegar to deglaze the pan, and oh, and just a very small splash of soy sauce, actually, for a little salt. So we'll give this a try. Looks dark. Okay, here we go. Mmm. Mmm, mmm, mmm. Mm-hmm. Very, very good. The pear, the sweet pear in the compote does what ketchup would do, adds the sweet component, and the fennel acts like grilled onions, and the bacon is just, I don't think I can say more about bacon than has already been said, but I just needed a little bit. So, bun is really good too. Mm-hmm. Mmm. Pickle. Get a look in there. Raw fennel. So one of the commenters very nicely suggested that at certain angles I look a little bit like Tim Curry. Uh, I wouldn't have noticed unless other people have said that, and they have before. So something there, I guess. So we can add that to the list, including Asian Ben Franklin. Mm-hmm. Mm. That pear pairs well with the turkey. This puts me in a very good mood for some reason. Logos has retired to the bedroom. It's really windy. I think the Santa Anas or that they have kicked up here. It's about mid 70s, I think, today, but the wind keeps it a little bit cooler. Boy, that compote will go on a number of things. I can't wait to try it on other things. Mm-hmm. I so much just want to whisper. But I'm almost done, so I'll keep talking. I think talking in my plain voice in some ways makes sense during the daytime, and then maybe reserve my whisper voice for after dark, as it were. I ate that complete meal without the use of any utensils, which I like. I think this is my second entry into the Clean Plate Club after something like 140 episodes. All done. Oh, that was so good. Very good. So, it's still early on Saturday, so maybe I'll go out and do something. Yeah, that's a thought. Go outside. I hope you're having a good Saturday, and Logos and I are enjoying our time here, and we're enjoying being able to be here with you. And I'll see you again real soon. When that will be, time will tell. And with that, we complete the full voice episode, and probably the next eating video, certainly if it's at night, will excuse me, we'll go back to some whispers, but hopefully this turned out, and thank you for the suggestion to everybody, and we'll see you soon, ASMR friends. Take care. Bye.